we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. 2nd and 7. Another carry for Pierce. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 33. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat? Like the guys
I like that.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 57 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be... And all deep in his home territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. On the move to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Bigsby is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Love with it here. 3rd and short yardage. To the right side and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to count.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure they're signed. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Menu narration option is set to off.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. So a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Devontae Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, going to the air with Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's probably is. Teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Smith catches left side. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And bulldozing his way through. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.